Hey guys, welcome back to second grade math. We're going to start today's lesson by reviewing or going back over even and odd numbers really quick because we're actually going to start something new today. So let's just make sure that we know about even and odd. Alright, so we're going to start with this little journal or this little lesson. It says, Josh has 53 cars. He says that he has an even number of cars. Is Josh right? Draw a picture or write an equation to show if Josh is right or wrong. Alright, so it seems like what we're trying to figure out is if Josh is correct. And he says that he has an even number. He has 53 cars. He says that's even. Is he right or wrong? Okay, I'm hearing a lot of yeses, I'm hearing a lot of no's. That's the first thing we have to do. You're going to either say yes or no. And then we have to prove whether it's right or wrong. So if you prove it, you'll be able to show if it's yes or no. So I want you to think for just a second. I'm going to let you pause the video, and I want you to just kind of work and show me. If you say 53 is even, I want you to show me a picture to show that it's even. Like, remember how we were buddying them up or pairing them up? That's a picture to show that 53 is even. Or if you think it's odd, show me a picture to show that 53 is an odd number. Or remember, like in the last lesson where we used the doubles facts, that's an equation. An equation is just a math problem that has the numbers and the equal sign. That's an equation. So if you think that 53 is even, you ought to be able to show me that with doubles facts, like in the last lesson, remember? Okay, so pause me for just a second and I'll let you work, and I want you to prove that 53 is even or odd. Okay. Hopefully you have worked it out and you know that 53 is an odd or an even number. I'm going to let you tell me real quick. 53 is a even number or an odd number? Yes. When you proved it, I hope that you saw that 53 is actually an odd number. So the first thing we had to answer, is Josh right? No. So I hope that the first thing that you did was say no. Josh is not right because 53 is not even. Now you had to draw me that picture or write the equation to prove it. Well, now we can't prove that 53 is an odd number with an equation because remember, odd numbers didn't have a doubles fact. They didn't have a doubles equation to prove it. But we could definitely do it with a picture. Remember, we don't have to draw the whole 53, just the 3. We just draw our 3 circles, and remember, we can buddy them up, and he's going to have a leftover. So we just proved that 53 is an odd number by our picture. Somebody could look at that and say, oh, yeah, you're right. That's what I mean by prove it. All right, good job on even and odd. I knew you guys were going to rock that. All right, let's get into today's lesson then. Today we're going to start with basic addition and subtraction. And what that means is just some of the easier addition and subtraction. There won't be any really big numbers. They're all just going to be very small numbers, and we're going to be adding and then subtracting them. And I know that you've been working on that since kindergarten, so this isn't a new skill, but I may be teaching you some new ways to get the answers. All right, this is our day 1 of this. All right, first thing first, I'm sure in kindergarten and first grade, this is a way that you would have worked that out. If you saw 5 plus 2, you could hold up 5 fingers, of course, and then hold up 2 fingers, and you just count them all together. That is a wonderful strategy that our kindergartners and our first graders learn. We just count them all together. Here's 5, here's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know our answer is 7. That's a great strategy. The problem is in second grade is that we are going to get into some pretty large numbers later on in the year, and we're not going to have enough fingers. So we have to have another strategy, another way to work this out so that we are not going to need to hold up our fingers and count them like this. I'm going to hopefully teach you some other strategies that are going to be faster and easier for you. All right, so here is our first strategy. It's going to be called the counted up strategy. And this is how you do it. And I'm sure when I tell you this, you're going to say, oh yeah, my teacher last year told me that. All right, so the counted up strategy starts like this. First, you have to find which number is the largest. So what's bigger, 8 or 6? Exactly, it's the 8. I'm going to circle it just to help me remember that that's the large number. So 8. When I do the counted up strategy, the large number is going to go in my head. So I'm going to say 8. And then I can count up 6 more. And I can get my answer. I'm not going to have to hold up 8 fingers and 6 fingers, because if I even tried that, I'm not going to have enough fingers. I can't hold up 8 and then get 6 more. There's not enough fingers. So if I just start at 8 by putting it in my head and then just count 6 more, I should be able to find the answer, and that's how this works. So 8 goes in my head. I'm going to say 8, and I even touch my head when I do that. I'm putting it in my head. I touch my forehead. So 8, and then I just need 6 fingers to count up. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 8 plus 6 is 14. That way it's going to be a lot faster and a lot easier than trying to hold up that many fingers, because you're going to run out of fingers. And I know some kids say, oh, but I can use my toes. Well, we don't want to use that. We can work out some better strategies in 2nd grade. So this one was the counted up. Let's practice that strategy just a little bit more. So the counted up strategy, the first thing, remember, we had to find which number was the largest. So in 9 plus 3, which number is bigger or larger? Yeah, it's the 9. So remember, the 9 is what's going to go in our head. That's where we're going to start at. So we put 9 in our head, and then we're just going to go 3 more. So I can even hold up 3 fingers to help me count on. So 9, 10, 11, 12. 9 plus 3 is 12. All right, what about 6 plus 7? Which one is the largest one? Oh yeah, this time it's the 7. So remember, the 7 is what's going to go in your head. That's where you're going to start. So 7, and then you can hold up 6 fingers and count on. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 6 plus 7 is 13. Now, on this next one I gave you is one of those doubles facts we talked about when we did even and odd. If you look at that, yeah, there is no large number because they're the same. So on this one, it won't really matter which one I start with. I can start with this one, or I can start with this one. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to pick one. But it's still going to go in my head, and I'm going to count up the next one. So 4 goes in my head, 4, and then I'll hold up 4 fingers and count on 4 more. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 plus 4 is 8 if you didn't already know that one. Now, I know some of you may be very, very good with your additions facts. And you may know some of these, which is awesome, because that's what we want by the end of 2nd grade. But a lot of kids are still having some trouble with it, so that's why we're practicing this. And remember, this is the counted up strategy, or the count on strategy. All right, I would like you to practice these on your own. And we're going to go over it when you get done and just make sure you're right. Now remember, you're trying to do the counted on strategy or the counted up strategy. I shouldn't see you holding up fingers and trying to count them all. Not all of them. Remember, you find the largest number first. So like on number 1 here, 3 plus 4. Which one's the large number? The 4. That's where you're going to put it in your head, and that's where you start. So 4, and then you just have to go 3 more. 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. I even drew me some dots down there when I was counting on, since you guys can't see my fingers that I'm holding up, but I am holding up the fingers to count on over here. The dots can be used too. All right, so you think you got the counted on strategy? Okay, I'm going to let you pause this video, work on the rest of these problems with the counted on strategy, and then you can restart me, replay, and we'll check it and make sure you got them right, okay? All right, good luck. Okay, you should have had plenty of time to work these out now. Let's go over them and see how you did. All right, I'm going to go right down to this next one where we're going to start with 7 plus 3. All right, counted on strategy says I find the largest number. So which one is it? The 7. And then remember, 7 goes in your head, and you just have to count on 3 more. And I'm going to do the dots on this one since you can't see my finger. But 7, 8, 9, 10. Hopefully you got 7 plus 3 equals 10. All right, 6 plus 6. This one, again, is a doubles fact, so it doesn't have a bigger one. They're the same. It won't matter which one you start with. This time I can start with this one. But remember, it goes in your head, 6. And then you're going to count on 6 more. And I'm going to draw the dots to help me. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6 plus 6 is 12. All right, 5 plus 4. This one does have a larger number. Which one is it? Yeah, the 5. And remember, 5 goes in your head. And then you just count up 4 more. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. How are you doing so far? Good, good. Let's go over the rest of these. All right, 8 plus 3. Which one is the larger number? 8. And then we can just go up 3 more. So 8 goes in your head, and then 9, 10, 11. 8 plus 3 is 11. All right, 2 plus 7. Which one is the larger number, the bigger number? Exactly, 7. This time we just have to go 2 more. So 7 goes in our head, and we can count up 2 more. 7, 8, 9. Very good. 2 plus 7 is 9. Oh, there's another doubles fact. None of them are bigger, so we'll just start with one. We'll just pick one. 3. And I'm going to put 3 in my head, and I'm going to go up 3 more. So 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. All right, our last one, 5 plus 9. Yep, 9 is our larger number. We're going to put 9 in our head. That's where we start. And we're going to go 5 more. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 9 plus 5 is 14. All right, this isn't that bad of a strategy, is it? And it's a little bit faster and easier than trying to hold up all those fingers and count them. So I'm hoping when you see an addition problem from now on, this is where you're going to work. You'll try to get these done. Okay, so that is the end of my lesson for today. We are going to, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you somewhere you can go that you can practice these addition facts. Because that's the only way that you're going to get better at them. Practice, practice, practice. In 2nd grade, like I said, we want all the kids, it's kind of a law. That's what the state says we have to teach you all, is you have to know all of these basic facts, all these simple facts by the time that you leave 2nd grade. You're supposed to know them by heart, which means you just know them. Like if I say 3 plus 7, you know the answer is 10. Or if I say 4 plus 6, you also know that answer is 10. And you don't have to count it up. So to get to that, we're going to practice, 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 of course. And I'm going to show you a site that you can go to practice, practice, practice. All right, and the site is called factmonster.com. And I'm going to click on it in a second and show you how to get there and what it looks like. But factmonster.com, you're going to start at level 1, and if you can get 50 points or more, you can move on to level 2. But I only want you to do level 1 and 2 right now. When you get past that, they get a little bit bigger, and we're not ready for that yet. So just stick in level 1 and 2 if you can get that. But you need to get 50 points before you can move on. And I'm going to go ahead and click this. And it should. Oh, of course it's not going to work today. Any other time. There it goes. It's going to do it now, I think. There it goes. Good. Well, I think it is. There it goes. Hopefully. Let me go back and click one more time on this, just to make sure it takes me to the right place. Yep, I want to go there, please. Get out of that one. Sorry, guys. Here it comes, I think. Sometimes it doesn't always work the first time I hit it. But it looks like it's loading up now. It's kind of slow, though. I'm sorry about that. I should have already had it up and ready.